I've had a few requests to redo chill mode driving test to see what the range would be. The car I have right now is a 100D Model X. Our car is in the service department getting paint work done on it. So thought I'd try out with an X. Plus, this car already has the 46 update, which I think just came out. So I don't know what's in it. It really just doesn't say anything different than what I got in my 44 update. So this has chill mode. I am on chill mode right now. I just reset the trip computer in my garage. I'm going to do a trip from my garage back to my garage, plug it in for a little bit to reset the one computer, so then we can see right on the dash the chill mode test and since the last charge. So it's there and back, instead of going down to Charlotte and coming back from Charlotte. There was an elevation change. This way it's the exact same thing. I'm on chill mode right now on the way there. I'll turn it off once I get to my garage. It's not going to be as long of a trip because I don't really feel like going on a long trip, but it's going to be a mix of city driving and highway driving to give a fair comparison on what it's actually going to do. So off we go. As you can see there, I reset everything. The bottom one is chill. I've gone 4 miles since my house. I'm pretty much just going to use autopilot as much as possible, especially on the highway, of course. This is in the town of Mooresville, actually closer to Lake Norman, not downtown Mooresville. But I'm in traffic. This is the way to the highway. To 77. I'm gonna head north on 77. Set the cruise to 71 on 77, and we actually just passed a rider truck, a moving vehicle, and it actually didn't go towards the moving vehicle, which I'm surprised. It's a big yellow truck. This thing usually likes to hug the outside lane on a turn or just move towards a semi a little bit. It actually didn't do that this time. That's surprising. Just went up one exit. So far it's been 10 miles. I still have a little bit to get back home, but I just didn't want to make a long trip of it. I want to have some highway in there along with some back roads. Show you the country drive in Troutman area, just north of Mooresville, North Carolina, the top half of Lake Norman. Out here it's some pretty driving, especially when the trees, all the leaves are gone right now, but when the trees were changing, it's a pretty drive back here. Pulling into my garage now. Do that. Plug it in. Plug it in from my supercharger. As you can see, chill mode. Around 17.3 miles, 5.6 kilowatts, and 321 watts per mile average. I'm gonna disconnect here. We're gonna do the same trip this time, the exact same way, but no chill mode. Actually, let's change this out of chill mode right there. Put in standard, which I think is gonna be more exciting. Back home to plug in. Got back since we left 17.3 miles, so that's the same exact trip. 5.7 kilowatts at 333 watts per mile. So after looking at the data, I did get a little difference this time. Actually, driving around, we used the same distance. We used 0.1 kilowatts less over 17 miles. So obviously our average was a little lower. So yes, it did save a little bit. 1.1 kilowatt. If we change that decimal over to and made it 173 miles, that's 1 kilowatt difference between the two. And here in North Carolina, that is, if you charge at home, that's only 10 cents. So it's really not worth it. I can see the benefit putting it on chill mode if your kid's driving the car, because the acceleration is a lot lower. It limits the amount they can use. It's a lot less trouble they can get in. But for normal driving, long trips, obviously it's not good for long trips because you still have to keep the same speed going on the highway, so your average is not going to be lower. It's really just for stop and go, if you do want to make it a little more comfortable for your passengers. But for me, it's not for me. I'm not going to be using it ever. This is the last time I'm going to have it turned on. The last video is the only time I'm going to have it turned on in my car. This is our loaner car, and I think our car is going to be done tomorrow or the day after, so I'll be able to pick that back up.